Hi, everyone. I'm Sunny.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Rox. And this is
Literature on the Rocks.
Book Club.
Book Club.
Okay, I want to talk about something.
Okay.
First of all, I know AI is a controversial topic, but I'm talking about it. Because I found an AI that I really like. And I know maybe I shouldn't use it so much because of all the water it takes, and it's just blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's going anywhere. I think we need to figure out
How
a way
to sustainably use
yes.
it. Yeah.
Because I feel like the people who are against it are probably having the same life as the people who are against the internet. It's a losing battle. How do we make it work? That's not what I want to talk about, though. I found that I've been reading this book on my Kindle app on my phone when I put my son to sleep. And Kindle has a new AI feature that it can understand where you're at in the book and answer questions based on what you've already read. So for me, who has a horrible memory, I can open the AI and be like, who's this character? How did we meet him? I don't remember who he is. And it'll be like, oh, you met him here and this is it. Or you can be like there was a thing, you know how sometimes books will like hint, like Dungeon Crawler Carl, we just did 2 weeks ago, about the dad. Why do we know about this dad? How come he mentioned the dad, right?
Yeah.
You can ask like that question and it'll answer based on where you're at in the book instead of
The whole book.
the whole book. Because it knows what page
like
you're on.
what you know up to this point. So
point.
it'll tell you what you should know up to this point.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
Especially for my bad memory. And
That's great for you.
right? I'm like,
I can name a few books that
I
would have been
love
like
it.
at the end. So tell me what happened.
Can you synopsis this whole thing for me?
Can you retell the story, but tell me why I didn't understand any of it?
Can you?
Thank you.
Can you bullet what's happened so far? It's like you're at the end of the book. Yeah, thank you.
I know.
Start from the beginning.
You heard what I said.
It's been pretty cool, especially because sometimes I will pick up a different book. And then I'll go back to it and I'm like, what was happening here? I don't remember this. The only thing that sucks about it is I can't get it on my actual Kindle.
It's only on the Kindle app.
I don't know if my Kindle needs an update or something.
Oh, maybe it's like the old
maybe.
version.
Yeah.
It's rolling out starting with the Kindle ISO app, physical e-readers and Android devices for 2026. So sometime this year, we should be getting it on our actual
Kindles. Well, it's very cool.
That is
I've
cool.
actually kept my phone by me and been like, oh, I want to look at this page and ask it this question. So I've used it on my phone a few times.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
See, AI can be useful.
Oh my God. So useful. I use it all the time.
It can be weaponized, but
what can't be weaponized? As long as we're using AI as a tool and not the thing.
Right.
Right.
Because so many people, that's half the problem, is so many people are just going copy, paste, and they're not using it as the tool.
Well, okay, I need help with this. That doesn't sound right. Or, let's tweak it. I think for the most part, people who are concerned about AI taking their jobs, I do think it will streamline jobs.
For sure.
But I don't, it still needs human interaction. The part that's a big debate, right, is because people are uploading photos of their children.
Oh, yeah.
And
Don't do that.
then people are using those photos to undress them, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. So that's what I mean. AI can be weaponized, but so can so many things in our world. It's not just AI. It's just the new thing that is happening. I hate that part of it.
Yeah.
That world.
Yeah.
But
it's just a nasty underbelly in general, and they ruin all kinds of things, not just AI.
Yeah.
It's like that for everything.
Yeah.
All of it is just be a responsible user.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what it comes down
And
to.
you need to have some forethought when you're going into AI. It shouldn't be your brain. It should just be enhancing what you put into it.
Right.
Yes. And actually, so many times when I talk to people about using it, I try to tell them, look, it's only going to spit out as good of an option as what you put into it. People who are worried about their AIs taking over their job is because they don't know how to use it to be more efficient, more productive, to make their job better
Yeah.
versus it doing their job for them. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, then on top of that too, it learns, right? It learns who you are and what you want, and right, it learns about you. So if you're asking it things like political things, it's going to give you things that
you want.
that you want to know.
Yeah.
You have to also learn to ask it. Like, I need you to be factual, non-biased.
Oh my God, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I need you to be generally speaking, not just don't speak to me. And then it'll give you different answers. But if you just are like,
Tell me what I want to know about the news today.
Yes.
It's going to omit all the things that it knows you don't want to hear about.
Right. What people don't realize too is my chat is going to spit out a completely different response than your chat.
Yeah.
If we asked it the exact same thing.
well, even if you asked it the same exact thing twice, it's potentially going to give you two separate,
That's
totally
true.
different answers.
Yes.
Because it's been trained to not say the same thing twice, period.
Yeah.
I think we are all learning about it, but I think to fear it and just stay away from it is not
The answer.
either.
It's a
right?
disservice
Yeah.
to keep yourself out of it.
Well, and we have such young kids. Like, we need safety and knowledge wise to grow with it because it's only going to become more like in some of the things that my oldest does in school, they're starting to use like student learning AI programs. So we have to know about it because it's something that they're going to grow up
Gonna
in.
be in our lives.
And so,
Yeah.
like, there's no getting away from it, but I would rather know about it and know how to use it responsibly, like you said, so that we can impart that into them.
Yeah.
And then like almost like don't fight it, fight for it. Like I'm not going to fight to stop it or to cancel it or whatever, but maybe I can fight to right some of the wrongs that it potentially has.
Yeah, make it better. You
Right.
can work toward making
Yes.
make it a really great thing instead
Yes.
of just being like, no, that's dumb. We're not going to use it. Like
Yeah.
somebody's going to use it.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
too far gone for
Oh,
us to
sure.
say it's going to go away.
Right.
So figure out how to make it better.
I mean,
Yeah.
companies are spending billions of dollars trying to make it better.
To use it to enhance their businesses.
Yes.
So be on board or you will get pushed out.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Should we get into this book club?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, hit us with the ratings that we gave this book.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So last week when we summarized Lie to Me by Molly McAdams, Rox was a generous 2 and Sunny and I were 1s.
Okay, so for our book clubs, we typically do the first 4 questions are always the same and more general questions. And the last 3 or 4 questions are book specific. So our first question is first impressions. What were your initial thoughts when you started reading Lie to Me? Did the book meet your expectations or surprise you? And I wrote, I was pretty excited for this book, actually. I thought it was a thriller for some reason. And then Rox mentioned that there was some spicy romance. And I was even more excited, like a thriller and a romance in one book. Sign me up. But I don't know that it was much of a thriller at all, really. I went into thinking it was one thing, and it definitely was not.
You raw dog this book too?
Well, I mean, raw dogged it as far as,
Like not knowing what it was about?
well, I thought it was about a thriller mixed with a romance.
I thought it was. I read I didn't read the synopsis of the book, but I read the that part where it was advertised as a romantic thriller, and I'll just read my shit.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm ready for spice and thrills, but this didn't hit the mark for me.
I don't think it was a thriller. Like,
No, it was
It
definitely
wasn't.
not.
It was not a thriller.
But why did we think it was?
I feel like that was the advertisement.
Yeah, because I don't know if I remember thinking it was a thriller, but now that you guys mention it, a thriller love story would be such a great story.
Right, right.
We need to really find one
Yes.
for our TBR.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does say it's a thriller. It's in here.
It's not a
crime,
thriller.
drama, thriller. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Oh, there's another book called Lie to Me.
There is.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe we need to read that one.
Oh, this one is a contemporary romance novel about a guarded woman with a traumatic. I wonder if I was reading the synopsis for the other Lie to Me.
Hey, let's read that
Because
one.
that has happened to me a couple times. I actually went onto Spotify like, okay, I just want to recap it. And I was listening to him like, it was like, we found the body. And I was like, what? I don't remember there being a body.
That sounds great. Wait, when
I
did that
didn't
happen?
like this book.
Imagine. You listen to the synopsis of a whole different book and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
3 stars.
I had to look and I'm like, this isn't the damn book. So, Lie to Me, I don't know who it's by, but there's another book out there called Lie to Me that I feel like maybe would be more. It's by J.T. Ellison.
Yes.
Okay, so I just said, I believe Lie to Me was on my, the one I added. I always get nervous picking a book for us to read because I don't want you guys to be bored out of your minds. So
We do it to
initially,
you all the time.
Yeah, I know. So don't worry about us.
So initially, I was expecting a spicy love story. That was not this. It was definitely a love story and had about one chili pepper spice. But overall, it was mediocre at best. A huge disappointment for me because I really wanted it to be a home run. There were some major cringy parts and some serious moments of frustration. Initially, I went in with high hopes and came out of it with lesser opinions.
I thought you enjoyed it more, but that sounded different. But
Well,
maybe
this
it's a
is why
marination.
Yeah.
It's happening.
This is why we marinate.
yeah, exactly.
I'm a good piece
love
of
a good
carne
marinade.
asada marinated.
Unresolved questions. Were there any plot points or character arcs that you felt were left unresolved or could have been explored further? And I want to know, does she ever get the therapy that she needs? Does Reed push her to get help? Does he think he can fix her himself? Does he end up getting therapy? Because he had a little bit of PTSD too. They both need professionals.
I agree. Close the laptop. So I wrote, I don't know that I have any unresolved questions. However, I do think Reed and his family had some really crazy dynamics.
Oh, yeah.
But I was looking some things up about this book and found that there's another Molly McAdams book that is about his parents' relationship.
I might
Like it
actually
was like a
Oh.
prequel to this. They weren't like technically a series, but it sounds like there's another book that she wrote because people were like, when I saw his last name, I was so excited. And I mean, there's a lot of hype around this book, which is wild to me. But yeah, it's about his parents' relationship. While I didn't love this book, I think I would read that one to hear more about his family.
Because his mom got kidnapped
and
twice.
how the dynamic of his mom being taken played out.
Yeah.
So I think that story is about all that.
All right, Molly McAdams, let's see.
Yeah. I'll
Maybe.
give you another shot.
I think I would like to read that book.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I said, I think we could have learned a little bit more about like Peter and the pregnant chick. What happened? Did they end up together? She found out that her husband was a scumbag and likely they separated. But did she finally get to be with somebody that loved her dearly and truly respected her? That is what I needed to know. And then I said Reed's family seem like they are so excited to see that he has a daughter and feel like they would be active participants in her life. So how does that dynamic work moving forward? I don't know that they close the loop on any of the relationships besides Lala passing. So there is still so much more to explore. While all of these questions would be wonderful to know, I don't think that I need to know them. Alternate ending. If you could change one thing about the ending of Lie to Me, what would it be and why? I said, what if Lala didn't die? It would have been good to see how Emma's relationship evolves with her grandmother. She needed a mother figure and overall closure with that. Emma needed to see that a mother could be positive and probably would have had so much healing from a caring mother figure in her life. It's unfortunate that it ended with her losing another presence. So I would have preferred she gained some healing than having a loving relationship. That's important, but for her own empowerment, she needed a mother figure and needed to heal from that part of her life instead of the constant disappointment that she had faced.
I wrote, I don't know that it's the ending I would change in this book. I feel like the ending I was okay with. She took down at least one of the disgusting men that forced himself on her, and she did it in a way that felt somewhat real. She got the man she loved, and I'm all for happy endings. I am sad, though, that Lala died before she got married and experienced life. I do agree. Like, I didn't write down about her having a good motherly figure. Could have probably healed her a lot.
Yeah.
Better than just a good dickin'. But
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
so maybe she could have been there for at least the wedding. Maybe an alternate ending is that Lala went through with the suggested medical treatment to give her more time with her
Right?
family.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would have liked that much more, really. But anyways, I'm okay with this ending on a high note and her having a happily ever after. I just don't love how we got here.
I wrote that we saw throughout the book how strong Emma was, but I would have liked the ending to have showed her healed. I wanted to hear she was going to therapy and working on loving herself and understanding that she was worthy of love before she got married.
But I feel like the book suggested that it did happen, right? She got married when there was only sunrises. And
When they weren't but like all the bad guys went to jail, so she didn't have like anybody looming over her, but it never really suggested that she was healed. It was just like her life
healed in
finally
a real
calmed
way.
down.
It was just like, oh, good.
Like all the bad
You have
stuff is
love.
gone.
Yeah. So
You
that
didn't-
means closure.
Yes.
You're done with
Yes.
that chapter of your life.
Yes.
PTSD just went away.
Yeah.
Reed fixed it. He helped.
That
Exactly.
dick is magic.
All right, adaptation dreams. If Lie to Me were to be adapted into a movie or TV series, who would you cast in the main roles? And I only did Reed and Emma.
I also did Lala.
I did read Lala and Emma.
Okay. So for Reed, I did Jensen Ackles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I think you just got to slap some tattoos on him and he'd be all right.
I did Manny Montana.
Montana.
Yeah, Manny Montana.
Me too.
I think he's a little thin.
Yeah,
But
he would need to,
They would need to bulk him up, but also I think he would make a good read.
and like,
Just his tone, the way he speaks.
He's very calm.
Smooth, and yes.
I definitely imagined him more like a cop, right? Like he's a tatted up cop because she had all this PTSD from cops,
well, she said he looked like a man that would be with her mom at first.
which was with cops. She was always with cops.
No, but like,
Like
It
not
was like a
good
bad guy.
Yeah, I pictured him being able to be a cop, but also be able to be undercover kind of situation.
yeah, because he was a SEAL.
because he was.
So he wasn't like clean cut
didn't
cop.
need to be a clean cut one.
Yeah.
Is how I kind of imagined him. And I just really like how smooth Manny Montana is.
Yeah, more of his, more of his voice.
Yeah.
For Emma, I did Anya Taylor-Joy.
Me too.
Anya Taylor, is that the one from Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I do like that, but I chose Haley Lou Richardson.
Oh, she looks like she doesn't have any sort of PTSD. She looks very happy. She looks like she had a great childhood.
Okay, who'd you do for Lala?
I did Kathy Bates.
Oh, actually, that's pretty good.
She was very Southern and could be sassy.
Yeah, I did Rita Wilson. Also could be Southern and sassy.
Oh. All right, well,
Who'd you pick?
you get to pick.
I didn't pick one, but
Oh.
I think I like Kathy Bates.
Yeah, I like Kathy Bates.
Okay, Ice Drop. Reed is Manny Montana. Emma is Anya Taylor-Joy. And Lala is Kathy Bates.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, though. That's a good cast.
Fix It Romance. The book suggests that intimacy, connection, and being truly seen by another person can play a role in healing. In what ways did Reed's love help Emma grow, and in what ways did it fall short of what she actually needed? How much responsibility should a romantic partner carry when someone is working through deep trauma? Bottom line, Emma needed professional help for that PTSD she was clearly struggling with, and Reed, as much as he loved her, could not provide that. His love helped her feel seen, cared for, and that connection gave her some moments of safety and hope, but love alone can't replace therapy, coping strategies, and structured support. Reed's care fell short in that way. A romantic partner can offer understanding, patience, and encouragement, but they shouldn't be expected to fix trauma. The responsibility is to support, not to heal, and to recognize when professional help is needed. Reed's intentions were good, but healing deep trauma takes more than devotion. It takes the right tools and guidance.
As I said, she needed a different kind of healing. Reed can't fix her trauma. He could have healed a small portion, that part that suggests that all men are bad and only after one thing. That's really all he could have healed. Her trauma was far beyond the need and disappointment of a man. She had major abandonment issues and trust issues. All that stemmed from her terribly irresponsible and selfish mom. There is nothing Reed would have been able to do to heal those wounds. Maybe he could assist her in moving on with her life, and over time those wounds would have pushed deeper and impacted her life less, but not healed. She would need some much greater therapy to work through that. I've said this before, a romantic partner can support you in your healing, but cannot do the healing for you. That's only something you can do for yourself.
Yeah. I don't think he could heal her completely from that.
No.
I think just the fact that he is a man alone will always have this wall until she figures it out, right? Until she deals with her trauma.
Yeah.
This is one of my biggest struggles with the book. Emma was written in a way that not only did she have some baggage, but she had some serious trauma she was dealing with. I didn't like how much of her healing and growth was simply due to a man coming into her life who treated her well. I think there is often this stigma of love being something that can wash away all the hurt and sadness. The feeling of love is so strong, I'll never feel depressed again. And those feelings and fears come back, and people think maybe this isn't love. While they might be right that this isn't love, I think it's more the misunderstanding that love feels like crazy chemistry and butterflies all the time. And love is just this feeling. I think there are some instances in this book where they kind of got it right, like the fact that sometimes you have to choose to keep coming back and learn about each other in the thick of all the ick. Reed did a great job of that. However, I also feel like he kept acting like he was going to fix her. Like, if I just take my time and treat her like this frightened, abused animal, I can get her to a place where she'll allow me to finger blast her and she'll enjoy it. But Reed was truly, he was a very patient and understanding man, I feel like, but almost to a fault. And it made him feel like unrealistic or a creep.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, how are you going to keep going back to this clearly hurt woman and be turned on by her?
Yeah, go get some healing and then come back when you're better. And then we can really make this happen. Love and realism. How do you personally separate the fantasy of love from the reality of supporting someone with real challenges? So I said, love often comes with rose-colored glasses in the beginning. Flaws and traumas are usually overlooked because the beginning is all new and exciting. I think it takes time, dedication, patience, and real commitment. We all have some trauma that we're facing, whether it be surfaced and in the forefront or deep-rooted and not talked about. True love understands that everyone has something going on, and you can accept that person regardless of the baggage that they carry with them. Some baggage, though, for some could be deal breakers, and some aren't. That all depends on the person. When people think of love, there is this fantasy of nights full of laughter, exciting adventures, and endless lust over this person. In a good partnership, I would hope that all of that exists in some time of the relationship. Reality is that it doesn't exist every single day, and love really is caring, supporting, and encouraging your person, even through the times that are difficult. I personally know that I have my traumas that I deal with, and I couldn't be more grateful for my husband's patience, listening ear, and a shoulder to cry on. That's the love that I could only dream of and be grateful to have. I recently saw a meme. It's like one of those things where it's like people talking, right? So it'll be like other people, oh, you really dealt with that so well. And it was all me. Yeah, my husband had to listen to me cry about it for 3 months. That was me dealing with it well. And so I sent it to my husband because I was like, yeah, ain't that the truth?
Buckle up for what I got today.
Yeah, right? Yes. Seriously.
Yeah, when people are like, wow, it's such a great way to handle this. I'm like, yeah, my husband heard all about it.
First of all, I'm no expert, and I'm probably not one to talk because I have actually never spoken to a therapist, even though I'm fairly certain I should.
I mean, don't we all?
I do, however, think there is a difference between supporting the person I love through a challenge and trying to take that challenge on and shouldering it for them. As mentioned above, we are sold this idea that love is a feeling and the fantasy of it is exciting and all-consuming. But in reality, the person you love is human, and they come with their own baggage and unresolved stuff as well. I think real support looks like walking alongside someone while they do the work, not becoming the work for them or trying to do it for them. It's comforting to have a partner who listens, encourages, and shows up, but expecting someone to fix you, heal you, or carry what you refuse to face yourself feels less like love and more like avoidance. For me, separating fantasy from reality means understanding that love can be supportive and still have boundaries, and that healthy love doesn't replace doing the work yourself and getting the healing you need, but rather it exists alongside it.
Sometimes my husband is the mirror that I did not want to see.
Yeah.
To point out some things, I'm like, let's not talk about that right now.
Yeah.
Let's table this conversation.
Let's circle back on that.
Put it in the parking lot.
But for now, listen to me cry, okay?
Yeah.
I wrote, real love can feel like a fantasy at times, but every day it isn't. It requires the daily choice to show up for your person you care about. It takes cooperation, humility, bravery, and often grace. Fantasy love is effortless and perfect when real love is messy and sometimes exhausting and asks more than you would ever expect it to. Loving someone doesn't mean fixing them. It means being present, supportive, and honest about what you can and cannot carry. I choose my husband every day, and I'll keep choosing him even in the mess because that is what makes love real and sustainable.
All right, popular versus personal. Many readers on platforms like Goodreads and Audible rate Lie to Me around 4 stars and praise its emotional depth and slow burn romance. But our group didn't connect with it as strongly. What parts of the book do you think do resonate with other readers, and what parts fell flat for us? I think it's the fairy tale of a man that gets the ladies going. He is the Prince Charming of a man that has a bit of a dark side. He's tatted, he's strong, he's a Navy SEAL cop with lots of muscles, and he falls for a very broken woman. He scoops her up and carries her away on his white horse, and they live happily ever after with her little sister, who he adopted as his own because he's just that amazing of a man. A hunk of a man that wants to love the damsel in distress, and he loves children. Talk about a tale as old as time.
I said almost exactly that. I said, I think in general, it was a good story. Just as it starts to slow down, something happens, grabs your attention. It gives just the right of aha moments to keep you going, or just the right of, oh, that's interesting, to re-engage your interest. People love a damsel in distress and a knight in shining armor love story. In essence, that's sort of what this was. I think for me, it fell short because I like to see a woman come into her own power, realize her own self-worth, while falling into a fantasy love story as icing on the cake. A woman who needs a man to feel fulfilled isn't really my thing. A woman who is strong and chooses a wonderful partner to complement her life is more my speed. Also, I want to see the main character truly find happiness that is real and complete. I don't think Emma got any of that in this story.
I think, too, like, one of the things I like about a lot of the fantasy books that we read is the fact that the woman usually ends up being this badass. Like, and the man is like, you are a badass. I'm going to step back and let you be that. Where this one, she never had that moment.
No.
Like, even the moment when it was like, I'm going to get this guy, I'm going to bring it to the cops, I'm going to figure it out. He was like, now step aside and let me take care of it, right?
Let me pistol whip him.
Yeah. And I don't know. I wanted her to have some more of her own power.
Yeah. I wrote, I can see the appeal if you don't go too deep. It touches a few tropes, like he loved her first and she hated him outright. The spice had some steam to it, and you could love Reed. I did root for him. He was kind, caring, and a genuinely good guy with a great shot. I can see the allure. I think for me, I had such a hard time with Emma's trauma and how she could not face it. Like, it was truly like torturing her on a daily basis. I couldn't relate to her. I think her immediate love of sex with Reed was very unrealistic considering her tumultuous past with men and her sexual assaults. I don't know how I would suggest to twist it for me to like it better, but ultimately it just wasn't my cup of tea. How are we feeling about our ratings?
1 star.
You are changing it.
Down.
All right, let me add a
Rox
comment.
loves to marinate and then give you something different.
That's how I operate, you guys. I can't like off the cuff give something good. I gotta like really think about it.
Rox changes to 1.
Mine is still a 1.
Yeah, mine is still a 1 as well.
Sorry,
It's okay.
Molly McAdams.
But
Maybe Molly Barlow will be better.
Deep down into like negatives, I am
No.
still willing to read another Molly McAdams.
Yeah.
book.
That is the honorable mention to that because
Yes.
you guys were like, hey, there's these other ones that might still be good.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
don't think she had she's not a bad author necessarily.
No.
Just didn't like the story.
I don't think her writing is bad
Right.
at all.
No,
actually.
it was well written.
Yeah.
It wasn't the story for me.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on this episode of Literature on the Rocks. We've unpacked the lies, the romance, and the idea that love could magically fix a lifetime of trauma. Next week, we're switching gears and diving into Ministry of Time by Collyanne Bradley. So get ready for some time travel chaos and new twists. Make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. We're here for you every Wednesday.
Yep. If Lie to Me pulled you in, messed with your feelings, and left you thinking about it long after the last page, rate and review us. It helps other readers discover books that hurt a little. Maybe not in the best of ways.
From lies to undeniable chemistry, Lie to Me gave our book club plenty to side-eye, debate, and obsess over. Keep the conversation going. Follow @Lit on the Rocks Pod on Instagram and TikTok, and visit literatureontherocks.com.
Until next time, may your emotional healing come from healthy places and your cocktails be dark, fruity, and very judgment-free. Cheers!
Toodaloo!
Bye.